Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the University of Adelaide graduation ceremony. This morning's ceremony is for graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences. The ceremony will commence very shortly. The university has a contract photographer to provide photography services during the ceremony. If you wish to take photos, I would ask that you do it discreetly from your seats and please do not use the flash. To maintain the ceremony's sense of occasion, please switch off your mobile phones now. In the case of an emergency, please follow the direction of the staff members. The emergency assembly point is the Goodman Crescent Lawns to the western side of Benarthon Hall, and the evacuation plan can be found on page 9 of your programs. For safety reasons, guests are not to enter the galleries upstairs, and please do not sit on the steps or the balcony area. Thank you and enjoy the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the national anthem. The words can be found on page 11 of the program. Please now stand for the academic procession and remain standing for the national anthem.
Please be seated. I, Catherine Branson, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purpose of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, friends, relatives, and most particularly graduates, welcome to this graduation ceremony of the University of Adelaide. Gana Meana, Gana Yata, Nadlu Thampindi. In English, we recognise we're on Kaurna land. We acknowledge the Kaurna people, past and present, the original custodians on the land on which all three of the Universities of Adelaide's campuses are built. We acknowledge their ongoing spiritual connection to this beautiful land. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which you can take great pride, as I know your family and friends do, and we at the university also take great pride in your success. Graduation Day is an important day. It's a day in which you might think it appropriate to think back on what brought you here and what lies ahead in your future, both personal and professional. Wherever your future takes us, our hope is that what you've learned here, the skills you've developed in your time with us, will stand you in good stead in the future, both in your working life and we hope in every aspect of your life. It's now my great pleasure to introduce to you today's graduation orator, Mr. Steve Georgianis. Steve Georgianis, MP, is a federal member for Adelaide. He's dedicated 4 terms of parliamentary service to the electors of Hindmarsh and now of Adelaide. Steve has been a strong advocate for local jobs, fighting offshoring of call centre work, and he successfully lobbied for the establishment of the Aircraft Noise Ombudsman. Steve has championed greater security of live animal export trade, greater scrutiny of the live animal export trade to protect animal welfare. His top priority has been to secure locally manufactured submarines, access to quality education, and healthcare services. He is currently the Deputy Chair of the Parliamentary Joint Standing Committee on Corporations and Financial Services. He is a member of the Joint Standing Committee on Migration, a member of the Joint Standing Committee on Human Rights, and a member of the Joint Standing Committee on the NDIS. Steve was also the Chair and Deputy Chair of the Standing Committee on Health and Ageing. He's a member of the Speakers Panel in the current Parliament. We are privileged to hear him speak today. Please welcome Mr. Steve Georgianis.
Thank you very much. And can I just start off that we acknowledge that this land that we meet on today is the traditional lands of the Kaurna people and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as the custodians of the Adelaide region, and their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kaurna people today. To the Honourable Catherine Branson, ACQC Chancellor of Adelaide University, Professor John Williams, Acting Provost, distinguished guests, members of staff, and especially the graduates, because after all, you are the ones that we're all here for today. It's just such an honour to join you on this very important day, and I'd like to start by congratulating you all. Graduating in itself is hard enough and cause for celebration, but graduating after the year that we have had and that we've just lived through is an enormous achievement. And I can imagine what it must have been like, and it must have been incredibly challenging in the last year of your studies. To be here today after having your courses, exams, and indeed your lives turned upside down by this pandemic is no mean feat. So you really do deserve double the credit. And it's true that every generation has its challenges, but your generation is certainly starting this new phase of your lives in a completely unknown world. Studying, going through your exams, deadlines, etc., living with COVID has been difficult enough, and there's no doubt that a post-COVID world is still unfamiliar territory and a scary place. But COVID has also given us an opportunity to witness just how resilient and how resourceful we actually are and adaptable. Who would have thought that exponential growth would one day roll over our tongues so easily? And it is these attributes that I believe will put you in such a strong position as you step into the next chapter of your lives and into the future. Because while the world may be a different one to the one that we were expecting at the end of 2019, I have no doubt that you have the skills and resources to succeed in it. I also believe that your generation will make a positive, lasting difference to our world, precisely because of what you have lived through and what you're living through and what we are all living through. Your chosen fields of math, computer, engineering will certainly be of growing importance. You will be involved in the cutting-edge technology and research and innovation and jobs of the future. And I'm certain that there are opportunities and professions that are out there waiting for you that we can't even imagine exist today. So through your work and your endeavours, you'll be involved in creating a better future. And I can't wait to see how you will all play a part in achieving whatever future problems are thrown at us and that we face as a society. While I have absolutely no doubt that Adelaide University has provided you with the strongest foundation possible for your success in your future and your careers, I also know that your time here at Adelaide University has also helped you grow as individuals, but also, importantly, as global citizens. And it is my hope that you will take all these learnings and move forward confidently into whatever future you choose to create. So we didn't need a COVID pandemic to tell us that life can be unpredictable, but it certainly reminded us of this loud and very clearly. But unpredictability can also be a wonderful thing. If I can think back when I was around your age, I could never have imagined that I would have been a member of the Federal Parliament, and yet here I am. I had other plans. I was planning different things. Life has twists and turns, and you adapt to them, and the learning experience that you've had here will assist you to do that and to grasp the opportunities that come your way. So I wish you all the best of luck in the next chapter of your life and your next steps, and I sincerely hope that you will remain open to those opportunities and the strange twists and turns that life throws at you. I would also like to thank your professors, lecturers, tutors and support staff for helping you get here today. And I know this year has been extremely challenging for the university and the staff, so I thank you all for the important work and support you have continued to provide under these very difficult circumstances. And of course, I congratulate all your supporters who are here with you today, parents, partners, relatives and friends. Your support and assistance has made an enormous difference to the graduates, and you also deserve our thank you and gratitude. You may be graduating from university today, but learning is a lifelong adventure. And as T.S. Eliot wrote in his collection of poems, Four Quartets, one of my favourite, we shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. So to strive to discover, learn and understand helps us see the world and ourselves in a different light. And wherever your degree or life takes you, my hope for you is that you will always find the joy and excitement in new experiences and opportunities, however they appear. My sincerest congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I would like to thank Mr. Steve Georgianis for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to continue to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking Mr. Steve Georgianis.
I will now receive the candidates for degrees. I call on the Acting Provost.
Chancellor, I, Professor John Williams, Acting Provost of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and to the whole university that the graduates who you will be presented to you have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for the admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Catherine Branson, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call on the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Katrina Faulkner, to present the graduates.
Chancellor, I, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Katrina Faulkner, present to you graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences. To the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical Sciences, Advanced, Michael Fairbrother. Thomas John Hayworth. Bailey Charles Hornibrook. Tyson Joel Klingner. Joe Isaac Martin. Michaela Shanice Elaine Matthews. Wills Ton Min Nguyen. Luke Philip O'Loughlin. Jake Hogan Pager. Antonio Max Perella. Matthew Paul Rabine. Bridget Anna Smart. Jesse Benjamin Tonkin. And Joshua Watt. To the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Leith Braden Campbell. Ryan Jonathan Carmody. Ben William Carpenter. Ho Sing Chen. Ray DeFries. Alexander Marcus Diamond. Yoju Stephen Dong. Patrick James Elway. Tom Stewart Frankel. Ian Daniel Fraser. Shiran Delantha Godakubura. Andrew Matthew Grace. Cameron Scott Hamber. Max David Hosking. Timothy Daniel Crow. Camille Kaleza. Xuan Li. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Media, Yushuan Liao. Bun On Lim. Zixian Lu. Lachlan John McLean. Nicholas David Owen. Thomas Allen Mansell Oxenham. Ben Cameron Panagas. Harshil Patel. Sayoni Roy. Jihua Shi. Xiao Xu. Ri Qi Song. Edward Tan. Wei Ho Vong. Dylan Walsh. Sean James White. Ho Ying. Xiang Ying. Yi Wan. Zhu Shun Zheng. Longhan Jung. Xingyu Jung. Hanling Zhong. And Ben Ju. To the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Advanced, Mitchell Otto Bender. Kieran Chantrell. Can Won Jo. Dung Ying Hao. Harrison Grieven. Huan An Yung. Jason Lamb. Frankie Liu. Dion May. Chung Ken Nguyen. Raghav Sathveya. Janvi Sarohi. Wen Xian Tan. Angela Trollio. And Georgia Xiaomeng Jung. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Mathematical Sciences, Noah Shepherd Day. Mitchell Crutchman. Paramjit Singh Mandir. And Zachary Prinsloo. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Blake Edward Donnelly. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Fushan Amin Kianush. John Leonid Bullis. Bradley John Elliott. Austin Joseph Gordon. David Hinn. Athava Kulkarni. Fabian Mark Legal. Justin Lee. Mandar Moulier. Anthony Hong Min Duk Nguyen. Sally Nguyen. Victoria Marie Repo. Tanvi Satye. And Brett Dean Shelley. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Yuan Hong Chen. Ryan James Faulkner. Timothy Scott Kinsman. And Sophia Anna McLeod. To the degree of Master of Software Engineering, Shui Ying Kuo. Chiang Ki Mok. And Magavi Kaushal Patel. To the degree of Master of Data Science, Ubashek Das. Tanya Dutt. Roberto Espinoza Valenzuela. Henry Maxwell Stockless. And Tarun Ramesh Verma. To the degree of Master of Computing and Innovation, Xiaobing Deng. Jiang Guo. Ming An Huan. Fok Chuan Li. Ming Yi Li. Tian Yuan Li. Alan Joseph Palath. Gokul Tamil Ventan. Wei Ling Chun. Bo Zhu. And Jin Shu. To the degree of Master of Computer Science, Li He. Nipuna Hasatha Herat Patharanage. Yue Sung Li. Adil Niem. Vasita Narayanasamy. Venkata Sandeep Pedinti. Arun Kumar Rajaseka. Hashini Subramani. Yo. And Jianqi Chen. To the degree of Master of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Analysis of World War I Diaries Using Natural Language Processing, Ashley Grace Dennis Henderson. And for a thesis entitled When the Wind Blows, Vulnerability of Power Networks with High Renewable Penetration, Fergus Ramsey Willsmore. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Deep Learning Methods for Human Activity Recognition Using Wearables, Alireza Abadan Varamin. For a thesis entitled Statistical Challenges in the Modelling and Analysis of Critical Care Mortality Data, Richard Lee Bailey. For a thesis entitled on the application of Bayesian inference to network estimation problems. Caitlin Miranda Gray. For a thesis entitled Differential Evolution for Dynamic Constrained Continuous Optimization, Mayam Hassani Shora. For a thesis entitled Single View 3D Reconstruction Using Deep Learning, Adrian Robert Johnston. For a thesis entitled Semantic Image Segmentation and Other Dense Per Pixel Tasks, Practical Applications, Vladimir Nekrasov. For a thesis entitled Mathematical Modelling of the Complex Mechanics of Biological Gels, James Richard Rioch. And for a thesis entitled Bio-Inspired Computing for Complex and Dynamic Constrained Problems, Vahid Rustapur. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, and for this ceremony.
Chancellor. Every year the University presents university medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduate in each faculty who have completed a University of Adelaide bachelor's degree with honours or a bachelor's degree with at least 4 years duration. The university medals are awarded to them for their consistent, outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor John Williams, Acting Provost of the University of Adelaide, present to you the recipient of the 2020 University Medal from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Yuan Hong Chen. Chancellor, the University Masters by Research medals are awarded to graduates who have completed outstanding research at the master's level. This award is the premier award for the Masters by Research candidate at the university. I, Professor John Williams, Acting Provost of the University of Adelaide, present to you the recipient of the 2020 University Masters Research Medal for research in the field of mathematical science, Ben Terence Moore.
I'm very pleased now to present to you Raghav Sachandeva, who was presented this morning with the Bachelor of Computer Sciences Advanced. Raghav will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today.
Right, time for the most important part of the ceremony. Friends, families, distinguished guests, regular guests, other people who are here for some reason, a very good morning to you all. Let me begin this address with a celebration. My heartiest congratulations to all my fellow graduates on reaching an important milestone in our scholastic journey. Today is truly ours. 2020, a year that was truly a roller coaster ride. I mean, the year started with Australia being literally on fire. We then went into a global pandemic. The stock market crashed. hiring freezes everywhere, which is always fun, because who needs a real job? Protests and rallies all over the world. And yet, despite all of this, we prevailed. It is such a privilege to be in the company of fine people like yourselves and be a part of this graduating class of 2020. The zeal and dynamism of everyone here has filled me with such optimism about a collective future that I'm confident that all of us here will spare no effort to live up to the faith placed in us by our parents and loved ones. When I was asked to write this valedictory address, I was instructed to present a speech that is motivational and uplifting to the cohort of graduates. However, I stand before you wearing the same rectangular hat, which none of us have the facial structures to pull off, by the way, to somehow expected to give some measure of advice that everyone can take forward with them. Look, I know nothing that you don't already know. So instead, I wanted to take this time to reflect on our experiences at this university and share my hopes for the future. Most of us started our university life with a twinkle in our eyes, the gullible, naive first-year student, excited by the myriad of opportunities. I don't know about you guys, but I still remember going to O Week as a first-year student, signing up for various student clubs, meeting people who I'm still friends to this day, going to lectures, yeah, before we realized you can watch them online at 2 times the speed. And then, during the course of our degrees, we all made a series of decisions which led each one of us to a very unique experience. For some, that meant getting more involved with student clubs. For others, it was working on their personal projects. For some, it was working for startups. For the others, it was selling their soul to big tech companies. For me personally, a big part of my undergrad journey was founding the competitive programming club and the summer internships I did at Google, Microsoft. At the same time, I know there are people in this cohort who started their own companies, which is truly crazy and inspirational, mostly inspirational. But despite the utterly unique experiences that we've all had, the one thing that we all have in common is that we made it to the end. We made it to today. Moving forward, most of you will leave this room today, and that'll be the end of your university life. While some of us have decided to sort of stick around to pursue postgrad studies, because, we hate ourselves. Given this, I don't have any blanket words of wisdom to impart. I will, however, say one thing. Be stupid. Be stupid just once, really often. Because when you embrace the stupidity in your life, you really live. The dictionary defines stupidity as a person or situation that showcases a lack of common sense. I submit to you, common sense is overrated. And much worse than that, it's common. Yeah, that's like my thug life moment in the speech. So here's the question: how do you be stupid? By doing kind of what I'm doing right now, talking about being stupid in front of hundreds of people is frankly quite stupid. Be stupid and do that one thing you've always wanted to do. Do you want to learn how to roll sushi, do judo, be a pianist? Go do it. You're never too old to learn a new skill or a hobby. You're just too old to be good at it. But that's okay, that's not the point. I promise you, if you take up one of these stupid things, you will work harder and be much more fulfilled by it. Be stupid and take risks. You want to be a CEO, prime minister, homeless? Go for it. At our age, we have a much higher risk tolerance that we can actually afford to follow our dreams, regardless of how outrageous they may be. Life is bold and overwhelming. Don't try to deal with it with tepid emotions in your pocket. Be dramatic. Be bold. But first, be stupid. Show yourself and the universe that this moment does not own you, and you own this moment. You know that bittersweet feeling you get when you finish reading a good book? While a part of you feels empty on the inside, wanting the book to go on forever, the other part of you is simply gratified to have read it in the first place. Today, I find myself experiencing a very similar feeling as my undergrad life is coming to an end. I'm sure most of us here are hating the fact that this will be all over too quickly, but we can find comfort in the fact that we've lived out every last moment of it. Before I end this address, I want to wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. If you do become a really successful CEO, consider hiring me. And remember to be stupid, just once, really often. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghav. It now gives me great pleasure to congratulate the entire cohort of those who graduated today. Be proud of what you've worked to achieve. Remember those who supported you along the way. It'll be family, friends, colleagues. It will also have been the staff of this fine university. I wish you every success as you enter this new and exciting stage of your life. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and its ambassadors. The graduates of this university, over the many years since this university was established, have made enormous contributions to their communities, both here and around the world. Our community of graduates numbers more than 147,000, and they are to be found in 134 countries all around the globe. You join that network today. We have 134 global alumni networks. Sorry, we have 17 global alumni networks, and we have 8 international networks. I hope you'll think of joining one of those. I take the opportunity now to thank our Mace Bearer Ben, our valedictorian Ragav, and all who assisted in the organisation of this event. Could I now ask the graduates to remain seated while I ask everybody else to stand, if they comfortably can, and once again join with me in congratulating all of the graduates today. Would the audience please remain standing? And I invite the graduates to now stand for the academic recession. Once the academic recession has left the hall, I ask all guests to please remain at their places until directed to exit by our staff. I now declare this congregation adjourned.